what we need to do is get some sort of... Who the hell? I got more... Stop beeping! Jeez, now someone's just pulled out in front of me. So welcome to Challenge the Road. You've seen the title, Is EV Doomed? It's your decision. I'm going to take you all the way through it. But here we have, this is a plug-in hybrid, but we're going to use the electric today. I'm going to show you everything about charging, the public network, how long it takes, 3 pins, 7 kilowatt, public charging. How quick is it to fill up with fuel? The problem we have is we're all different, aren't we? You've got the guy who's retired on a lovely estate charging. What a spiffing day. Probably go to the golf club. Great. The mum, get in the car, come on, get your stuff where we're late. You know, everyone's different with these cars and we need to go through it. So let's give you this guide to charging, because maybe you're going to buy your first EV this winter and you're going to have to think about it and how it's going to work. So here's the charging point. Now you have to be careful with these, not because you're going to electrocute yourself. It's where you put them, because some cars are here, some cars are on the front, and that caused us quite a lot of problems because we had one hybrid and one full electric. So for me, I was having to park this way in to get the front, and my wife was parking here. This is a 3 pin, so this is what we were using, especially for the full electric, because you've got to pay like £1,000 for a charger, so all your savings of fuel have just evaporated. So this is plugged in the wall, plug this in, and this is now running at, and I've got all the numbers here, 2.3 kilowatts. So let's just pretend this is a Q4 and it's a full electric, because this is the hybrid, which is the best one. Now, it will take, have a guess, how long will this take to charge? We're going to pick a 300-mile Q4. It is going to take, ready, 39 hours to make this full, 39 hours. To get 30 miles of range, now these are all manufacturer's figures, I've literally just taken them off the website, 30 miles, 4 hours to get 30 miles. So if you haven't got a fast charger, I think you're doomed. I don't know how you're going to do it, unless you just don't go out for a long time or you stay in. I can't see how you can do it. We've got a 7 kilowatt here, which I'm running off solar, which I think is the only way of actually, you know, not costing you any money to do, and we're going to head down there in a little bit. But you've got to consider that, because it's weird, because like with the different ranges, like on the Audi Q4 it was the other side for the charger to the Q5, so it's like they're just making it awkward. Why can't we just have one way of charging, either on the front or on the side? Everyone knows where they are. But what makes it difficult, look, if you come around, if I'm here, this is like this, so when my daughters come in, they're always like, oh right, over the cables. It's not ideal. And the other thing I don't really like is, because we're in England and it rains every day, electric and water don't mix very well. And when I'm here always and it's pouring hard with rain, and you can imagine, like for my wife coming, she's carrying hockey bags and that, she's got to take this out in the rain, put it back in, and even when it's pouring hard with rain and you put it into charge, you've got to wait for that green light. So you're here, you're getting soaked. I'm not so sure. I just think, it's just hassle, isn't it? It's just hassle. So I don't know what you guys think, but let's head over to 7 kilowatt and go through that. Right, so let's go through a 7 kilowatt. That's what I've got here at home. This is running from solar at the moment, but I'm just going to go through the charging so you know. So this Q4, we said like 300 miles range. It will take 11.5 hours off this. So this is pretty much one of the fastest home ones. That's quite a long time. Now, if we go any faster at home, I think we can go to 22 kilowatt. That's the maximum, but that's a lot of draw of power, massive amount. 7 hours to full, 44 minutes, 30 miles. So on these manufacturers' guidelines, a lot of them are full charging and they are 30 miles. So quite a big difference. I don't know why that is. Maybe they want to keep it under an hour, because a 7 kilowatt, 30 miles is an hour, and 22 kilowatt is 44 minutes. So I still think it's quite a long time, don't you? I don't know. Maybe because you're at home, you don't notice. It'd be interesting when we go out and actually see the charging. It has been quite good on here with the solar, except it's rained every day since I put it in, which has been really good. But when it is sunny and it's working well, it is charging the car really nicely in the day, but then I can't use it at night because it takes up the battery, so then I have to use the one up there because we're then off peak. So it's just getting a little bit complicated in knowing where to charge, and then I'm sort of trying to think, am I actually saving any money, which we'll go through because I'm not so sure. So let's just recap. So a 3-pin, which is 2.3 kilowatts, will take this Q4 39 hours to fully charge. 39 hours. 4 hours for 30 miles. 7 kilowatt we got here. 11.5, 1 hour for 30 miles. 22 kilowatts, your maximum for your home really. 7 hours, still quite a long time. 44 minutes for 30 miles. So what we do now, let's head out and just create chaos at this public charging, because every time I've done it, it's gone wrong. The app doesn't work, there's no cables, so I don't know how it's going to go, but let's head off and go. Right, so we're going to head out to the garden centre and try these new public charging. I've seen loads of bays there. I've been to this garden centre for the last 15 years, so I want to do that. But first of all, I want to just head out to a petrol station and see how long it takes to actually fill up. I know it's not going to take a huge amount of time because we're all used to petrol stations. We all know how they work, what they do. I've got 135 miles in the tank at the moment, which is roughly half. So we're going to fill up full, see how long it takes, and see sort of a dividing in time of how much, how long does it take against how many miles I gain by filling up with fuel. Then we can go to the garden centre and have a bit of fun with this charging network, because I always have problems downloading apps, credit cards, monies, I don't know. And how long is it going to take, and how much can I actually get as a charge? I don't know. I mean, this is a hybrid, so we're not doing a full test, but probably maybe it's going to take a couple of hours. I don't know. So we'll go and see. So a couple of stories for you. Now, when I had my Q4, I run out of power 3 times, like really low, like, 0. When that happens on these electric cars, all turtles come up on the screen, just so you know. That's what happens. It drops you to this type of speed. It won't go over 15 mile an hour. So this is 15 mile an hour now. I spent 3 miles at this speed to get home. Now I got home, but the worry was someone would come behind me racing up and hit the back of me because I've got no control. Now I'll give you another example. At the weekend, I've been on a golf day. You won't believe this golf day either. I was put with, had a great day, but one of them was from Jaguar Land Rover, which was interesting to say the least, but that's another video. Now, I come home and I had 0 fuel in the van, the diesel van, 0. And I thought, I'll get up. And my wife said, could you take one of the girls to hockey, like at 7? And I thought, I've got no fuel. I didn't say anything because I thought, I'll get round that. So anyway, we went in, let's bring up some pictures. Went in, 0, got her to school, which is 6 miles, and went to the petrol station and filled up. Now the thing is, as everyone knows, when you've got a petrol or diesel car, you can always get a little bit more from it. Not with electric. It's very tough because it cuts you to 15. I was sort of in neutral, down hills, doing all that stuff we had to do to get more range and find a bit more and find a bit more and pushing that limit. And to tell the truth, I don't think I've ever really run out of fuel, but when I didn't have any money, I'd put £10 in and try and make it last as much as I could by freewheeling down the hills, doing all these bits. So this electric thing, you are really stuffed when it goes low, really stuff, and your anxiety, I'm telling you, will go through the roof. It's not good. Right, let's head over to that petrol station and do these times. So we've come from the petrol station to here. It's not Cuts Garden Centre. We have, it looks really fast charging here, 50 kilowatt, 150. I haven't seen these are new. I saw them the other day and thought, right, let's give it a go. So me being not very good with this type of thing, I'm going to read it, and it says connect the cable to the vehicle. So let's go for 50 kilowatt. That's the cable. Oh, it's quite heavy. Let's go to the gym. Right, here we are. Let's put this in. There we go. Hey, it's the wrong charger. That's the wrong, isn't it? What the hell? So I need another, what? This is, no, this must come off, sure. No, this is, what the hell? Okay, that's not a good start. I must need some sort of attachment to get that sort of power, or maybe this car doesn't charge at 50 or 100. I was really excited then. Okay, what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to go in the garden centre because I'm starving. I'm going to have something to eat and I'm going to have a look at if there's any other cables in the car and then go from there. Jesus. So I'm not sure what we're going to do because obviously that charging point, I've had a look on the internet and it says the Q5 only accepts 7.4 kilowatt, so it's never going to work here. So I'm trying to think now what I'm going to do, because obviously if I had a full electric car, well, I don't know if that, because I'm sure the Q5 had the same pins, sorry, the Q4 I had the same pins, unless there's an adapter that I need to get this car to work. But what I thought I'd do, I'm going to head out and try and find somewhere else because I'm really annoyed. I really want to get this video done. So we're going to head out now. Come to Sainsbury's, it's absolute chaos down here. I've been looking for these charging points and I found a sign. And the sign says, ultra fast charging coming soon. But I tell you what, I thought, if you're doing your shopping, you're going to charge your car, you're going to come here, aren't you? So I thought I'll go over there to the petrol station, nothing. I drove up there. Now I'm starting to get annoyed because it's just like, and it says ultra charging over there. And it's just mayhem here. The other thing was, I went and looked at the other charging times. So I thought I'll have a look at that. It says 9 to 5:30. So if you're at work, how are you going to charge your car unless you go to the garden centre for lunch? I don't know what to do now, to tell the truth. I'm just annoyed. I think I'm going to get a conclusion, go back and regroup, and I'm going to tell you some other things on EVs that you need to know. You know what, I'm still trying to get out of this bloody space. I hate this place. I can see why my wife orders everything online, because there's no, I'm going to hit that car. I can't get out this box. Oh. Jesus. Help me. Help me, I can't find a car charger and now I can't get out the goddamn... Oh, this is going to be like bumper car. It's so close. I don't know if I've ever been this annoyed on camera. Right, okay. Calm down, Richard, calm down. I haven't got a seatbelt on. Right. We are now going to run over someone. No, you're going to walk. We're going to come out of here, and if I can, right, I'm going to get out of this car park. This is just crazy. I don't even know where I'm going. Oh, jeez. Right, because what we need to do is get some sort of... Who the hell? I've got more... Stop beeping! Jeez, now someone's just pulled out in front of me. You know what? Earlier I thought when I got there, I got 200 miles of fuel in under 5 minutes. 200 miles in under 5 minutes. I've gone there, I've got the wrong epoxy... Well, I haven't got the wrong thing. They've got the wrong adapter. I don't even know if that's an adapter. I thought, well, I'll come to Sainsbury's because they say, do your shop, have a coffee, do your stuff, charge your car. No chargers. No chargers. This is without the list of stuff I've got about EVs that I've held back for you. So what I think we'd do, because this is just, it's just annoying. And this is the thing, it just makes you annoyed. Now, as if we haven't got enough problems in life, but can't even find an epoxy charger. Let's let this lady go in a buggy. Go on. You go. Oh my God. This is just the worst day of my life. Only trying to charge the car. If I'd gone to the petrol station and just gone home, I would have been fine. Thank you. Tunbridge Wells bus. Right, let's go down here. There must be somewhere to pull over. Go down here. You know what? I'm going to park in a poxy petrol station and I'm going to talk about this EV stuff. I'm in the mood to really talk about it now. Let's get this done. Right. Always room in a petrol station to park in there. It's been a stressful day. Right, Mr. Petrol Station, let's go in here. Oh, I forgot I've got Sam there as well, haven't I? This isn't going to work. It's not going to work either. Right, I'm going out the petrol station before I crash in. You didn't even look. Didn't even look. Go on, you go, because you're just going to go straight into me anyway. Oh, and then go left. Oh, even better. Yeah, let's just block us in. Yeah, well done. Jesus. Get me out of here. Right, that's it. There's definitely somewhere down there we can park, I'm sure. Because we've got a long list to go through. A long list. I might as well start the list because it's going so well. Right. Do you know a lot of these cables are being stolen off these electric points? And it's for the copper. And it's quite a lot. And I'm hearing a lot of stories about this. So I think they're taking the copper out and they're even cutting the cables live from people's homes. Cutting the cables live. So you've got to be careful. If you've got a driveway and you've got a cable there, they can take the cable for the copper. But also I saw that a dealership, I think it was a Porsche dealership recently, they cut all the cables off and it cost the dealership £100,000 to sort out their charging thing. That's one thing. And there's quite a lot to go through. The next one is, I think they're catching fire a bit and it's getting a bit hot, that situation. If you saw the Luton Airport, hasn't really, I've been trying to look into that, but these hybrids and electric cars, I think could have a little bit of a problem down the line. Now, petrol cars, I don't think they tend to catch fire, and obviously they were peak anyway on what they do, but it's the charging. And I've heard that insurance companies are saying that you can't charge in a garage, which isn't good if you've got a keyless Go Land Rover that you've been asked to keep in the garage and you want to charge it at the same time. That starts to get quite interesting, doesn't it, from an insurance perspective. Let's just go up here and then we can pull over. Here we go. So I've got some more notes on my phone, so let's grab my phone and then we can go through that. So we've got power cuts. Suffered with them at home. So when I get a power cut sometimes, it stops the charging and it doesn't seem to recharge. Now I've heard there's different apps, or Tesla have got something that improves that. We went through that some of them are catching fire, the garages. Poor charging speeds. Well, that's really fast there, but obviously I can't use it with this hybrid, which is annoying. So it means if I've got a hybrid, and some hybrids are up to 70 miles now, I might not be able to charge them unless it's at home. Maybe they're doing that on purpose, I don't know. Is it restricting our lives? I think so. I think when I had one, I felt restricted. I felt very anxious. The time of charging is just so long. You know, we went through that earlier. I've heard that when people have gone on holiday in Devon, their whole holiday's around the charging and where the points are. And I've heard there's been sort of a few fights down there trying to get charging points because they've only got so many. That's not good, is it? Halving of kilowatt charging. I've heard at like service stations, it halves the power if more people charge and more people charge. And I've actually got a story of someone saying that they went there to plug their car in and someone said, please don't plug it in because I'd have to stay here another half an hour or so longer. So they didn't plug in their car. They waited for them to go. It's not good. New cold weather report on EVs says it loses 20% of range. That's sort of the average. Some are better than others, but that's a lot of range, 20%, losing 60 miles. Tyre size on your vehicle can lead to less range. So if you're going up or down bigger sizes, I can put that on, and if you knew that. So when you pick the car, you've got to be careful. You want to put big rims on, you're going to lose, say, 10%. So now you're losing 10% on bigger wheels. You're losing 20% on the cold. The price kilowatt back there, I think it was 79p a kilowatt. Pretty much nearer nearer fuel prices, you know. So I don't think there's not much difference now in that. Blackouts, of course, there's a lot on here, isn't there? Blackouts, they're saying in England because of all the electric cars. So if you have a blackout in the evening, your car's not charging anyway. Does this make any sense to you? Because I don't understand. Well, I do understand, but I think it's just crazy. Tax on electric cars is going to rise. Solar may be the only way, but this is really interesting. New solar charger I put it on, nothing happened. I thought, this is weird. So I spoke to the electrician. I said, hold on, I've just plugged the car in, doesn't work. Oh, Richard, yeah, they've put regulations in, it only charges at certain times. I said, hold on, but I'm off grid. You can't control me. So I rung them back. Anyway, took it off. But if you get a charger and your home system is connected to the grid for like overage of solar power, they're going to stop you charging at certain times. This is just, Jesus, we're just being controlled so much. The next thing is e-fuels. Porsche saying they're going to have e-fuels by 2030. And obviously they've pushed on this now that they're going to carry on petrol and diesel engines, I think, till 2035. I think that might get pushed to 2040, but if these e-fuels are going to come out. So really that's all the bad things. Sorry, I'm just out of breath talking about it, but that's all the bad things. The things we need to know is I do think that EVs have a place, but it's just how you want to use them. I think you have to be at home, a good charger, and not be darting around. You know, like for me, I pick up the kids from school 4 times a week and they go to hockey or they change their plans, they want to go for a sleepover, different, you know. I don't think it's for me, but I am seeing that the battery and the charging technology is getting better. I just don't think we're there. We're nowhere near. So I think 500 miles 30-minute charge would be pretty good. I'm hearing that 2026 there might be some 1,500 miles, 15-minute charge. So to me that would make all the other cars almost defunct, really. I don't know. You know, like I said, like a phone, is it a bit disposable? A car, they're easy to make. Put a battery on the bottom, iPad in the middle, and put a steering wheel, and you're off. So that's where I think it needs to be. But it was really for you to comment and go, Richard, yeah, you're right, you're wrong, this is what's going to happen. Maybe I don't know everything out there. All I can give you is my view. I've had mild hybrid, I've had plug-in hybrid, I've had full electric, and I'm back in a diesel van, and I'm very happy. So that's where I am. So I've been all the way through them. But yeah, I'm happy for your view. And if you've got a different opinion and your EV's really working, then great, love to know that. So please like and subscribe to the channel. We've got more coming soon, and I'll see you again soon.